There's always a lot of controversy in these videos, and you know that I don't stop making videos because there's controversy. Some will say at the end of the video that masturbation is wrong. Others will say that it's very good. There will be those who deem it inappropriate, particularly if a woman engages in self-pleasure. Others will support it. However, I am curious to hear your thoughts on the matter. Well, folks, information serves the purpose of reaching as many people as feasible. Thus, I have procured some informative content for y'all. Your assistance on the channel would be greatly appreciated, alright? And let's move on to the topic of the video that generates a lot of controversy: female masturbation. Weird name, but many people don't understand it, oddly enough, and this channel here is for everyone. It's democratic. And the act of a woman touching herself and feeling pleasure is for her own sake. There are some religions that say that the act of masturbation is a sin and displeases God. For those who think this way, I have the utmost respect. Who am I to judge a religious thought in any way? I have too much respect. But I need to make some considerations. I ask you first of all to open your mind to hear what I have to say from a scientific point of view. Masturbation is an intimate act that can give a woman many benefits. I've listed several benefits and I'll tell you about them in a moment. But first, it's important to explain a little more about the subject. Even though, as I said at the beginning of the video, masturbation is actually quite healthy and natural. There's nothing sinful about it. Exploring your own body allows for moments of relaxation and the reduction of tension. By stimulating both the genital area and other parts of the body, it is possible to experience pleasure without relying on the presence of another individual. It may seem contrary, but this emphasis on self-satisfaction should not be misconstrued as encouraging solely engaging in solitary sexual activity. The ideal is for you to have someone else. But in addition to women being able to enjoy themselves and relax through masturbation, women also learn to get to know their bodies better and understand their needs. One thing that is very striking is that in the past, women got married without knowing anything about sexuality. So this was sometimes a sexual barrier, a barrier in the relationship between man and woman. And thank God that's changing, and that's exactly where the first importance of masturbation comes in. You learn what gives you pleasure and what doesn't, and how you can improve your relationship with your partner. So why deprive a woman of feeling pleasure because she can't get to know herself? Because men can, and those who follow me here on the channel sometimes accuse me of being sexist, right? So I think we have to think fairly, because men can see magazines, can see websites, and society treats them like that, because women don't, because the subject of female masturbation is even a topic that women keep putting in their heads that it's forbidden. No, I won't, and they don't even realize it. Many of them. There are women who prefer to use only their hands. There are women who opt for devices with vibrators. There are women who use the water shower. In addition, the woman can use intimate gel to lubricate the region, preventing you from causing cracks, wounds. And this can stimulate pleasure even more. And there are women who don't have a steady partner today, i.e., they're alone and they don't want to have sex with each other because they run the risk of getting an STD, i.e., a sexually transmitted infection. This is also an option, not the best, but an option. But in addition to the reasons I've just mentioned, I've also listed 5 reasons supported by science why it's healthy for women to masturbate. The first of which is stress relief more than pleasure. The practice of masturbation relieves stress. This is an intimate moment of calm and tranquility after a few busy days, when a woman isolates herself from all the obstacles of the day and concentrates only on the moment. And after the climax, or orgasm, or jouissance as you prefer to call it, the muscles relax. And the mind enters a frequency of rest. Even insomnia can be treated in a complementary way with masturbation. Now, you're not going to go around saying that Dr. Daya said that my insomnia will be cured with fingering, for God's sake. But that masturbation puts the body in a state of relaxation, it does. The second benefit is the prevention of vaginal and cervical infections. On the other hand, when a woman reaches her maximum state of pleasure, i.e. orgasm, the muscles of the cervix, i.e. the end of the uterus, the part of the uterus that enters the vagina, the muscles of the cervix stretch. And there is a release of cervical mucus, or a little secretion, and at that moment it is possible that bacteria that could cause vaginal infection are eliminated along with the cervical mucus. That is, if a woman masturbates more, she releases this mucus more often and ends up reducing the chance of infection. The third benefit is the improvement in urinary incontinence. Urinary incontinence, you don't hold your pee, you pee without wanting to. And urinary incontinence happens for various reasons, but one thing is certain: a strengthened pelvic floor, the lower part of the pelvic floor underneath the woman, improves the condition and sometimes even treats the problem. Of the woman, strengthened improves the condition and sometimes even treats the problem, so that you strengthen this pelvic floor musculature. There are strengthening exercises such as arismus.
Hey you guys, are you enjoying our content? Why I'm asking this? Because according to our channel analysis, 97% of the people who watch us are not subscribed to the channel. Do you believe this? So I sincerely ask, if you have liked our content, subscribe to our channel. Let's make this content reach everyone around the world, and let's make this a healthier world, okay? So subscribe our channel and God bless you.
Arismus is physiotherapy to improve the entire pelvic musculature, improve sexual intercourse. There are devices that offer electrical stimulation too. You can research this, go to your gynecologist, talk to him, look for channels and blogs of sexologists. There are treatments for this. But a way also effective to improve incontinence is masturbation. Masturbation and orgasm help women work on their pelvic muscles and help prevent the onset of urinary incontinence, and masturbation can also help those who already suffer from the problem. Fourth benefit, reduction of menstrual cramps. When a woman masturbates, the entire pelvic region works in addition to the pleasure. All the muscles and pelvic organs also move when orgasm happens. All the movement happens. And it is precisely this movement that causes menstrual cramps to decrease. And what is colic? Colic is a pain usually in an organ. The hollow viscera, i.e. the uterus, is a hollow viscera. It has air inside, even if it is closed, but inside there is a virtual closed space. The fallopian tubes are hollow viscera. The intestine, the hollow viscera. Everything that has pain due to stretching or contortion is colic. So colic is a pain that, in the case of uterine colic, pelvic colic, is a pain in the pelvis caused by the release of prostaglandin, which is a substance that makes the uterus contract. What for? To eliminate that little bit of endometrium, that inner layer that was prepared for the woman to get pregnant, and she didn't, so it all comes out through the vagina. Imagine menstruation. This is another video. Imagine that you prepared a party or a buffet for a birthday or a wedding. The party would be the conception of that egg that was fertilized, but there was no party, there was no pregnancy. So it's as if you were cleaning that hall of that buffet. Let's throw everything away. Let's wash everything. Menstruation is the cleaning of a party that didn't happen. And the party would be the birth of the baby, the generation of the baby. So if you masturbate or have sex frequently, this uterine contraction will happen more smoothly and the cramps will be less intense. And the fifth and final benefit that I've listed here is improving self-esteem and libido. It's very common for many women to feel ashamed of their own bodies. Many women don't even like to take their clothes off in front of their partner. They keep turning off the light and have no shame with the practice of masturbation. Women begin to feel more at ease with their own bodies, especially with their bodies and with their sexuality. And as time goes by, her self-knowledge increases and she becomes the master of her pleasure. There are women who have to have an orgasm with vaginal penetration. There are women who have an orgasm with anal penetration. There are women who orgasm when you touch their breasts. There are women who have an orgasm when you talk in their ear. There are women who have an orgasm when you rub against their clitoris. In order to express your authentic desires, it's crucial to truly understand yourself. Instead of faking it or relying on unrealistic expectations from sources like magazines, honesty is key. It's important to communicate and say to your partner, "This position doesn't work for me," rather than enduring discomfort. Opening up with your partner is essential, because if you keep your desires hidden, you'll eventually find yourself pretending, or one of you may seek satisfaction elsewhere. And you can have an incredible, passionate relationship with this person who is in your home. And you also have to know what you don't want. Not like this, it hurts like this, you can't be disgusted by this, work on it. This self-knowledge makes women realize their full feminine potential. This makes self-esteem and libido soar. So girls, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel ashamed to feel the desire to touch yourself and to know your own body. Don't feel ashamed to be happy. All self-knowledge is important. It's your body. I'm sure that 99% of the women here on the channel have experienced unpleasant sexual intercourse. And if I ask you what was perhaps the worst sexual intercourse of your life, most of them say it was the first because they didn't know each other, they didn't understand anything, it was full of tension. So get to know each other without fear. Now I want to ask you a question. Not just for women, but for men too. I wanted to know your opinion, what you think about female masturbation. Write it down here. Live with health, live with passion, with God in your heart. And forgive me if I've upset anyone. My intention wasn't just to bring you information. Bye, people.